lesson. This is the lesson that's just for our students that are in Cohort A or Cohort D. So this is a special video that we make for you. Now, today we have a bunch of different things. So I hope you're in store for some good singing, and a story. All right, so we are especially talking about Martin Luther King today. I have a great song to share with you, and I have a little video to share with you. All right, Martin Luther King was born on January 15th, and every year we honor him by having a Martin Luther King holiday. And that holiday always takes place on the third Monday of January. Third Monday. So this year it happens to be Monday, January 18th, and there's no school. So let's learn a little more about Martin Luther King and let's sing a song.
Today we're going to learn about the civil rights leader, Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr., best known for his nonviolent protests and speeches calling for equality for all people, was born on January 15, 1929, in Atlanta, Georgia. He was the second of 3 children, born to a Baptist preacher. At the time, less than 70 years after slavery was made illegal in the United States, things were still hard for Black Americans. Many people were unhappy when slavery was ended, and lawmakers in some places, especially southern states, made special rules to keep white people and Black people apart. People of different races had to use different drinking fountains, different bathrooms, and even had to go to different schools. The Supreme Court ruled that it was legal as long as things were separate but equal. This separation between people of different colors was called segregation. This was the atmosphere that young Martin Luther King grew up in. He attended a segregated school, where he did so well that he was able to skip 2 grades and graduate at the age of 15. Shortly after graduating, he began studying at Morehouse College, and he graduated with a degree in sociology in 1948. He had decided to become a minister like his father, and so he enrolled in a seminary to study religion. In 1951, Martin Luther King Jr. graduated from the seminary, the top in his class. On June 18, 1953, King married Coretta Scott, with whom he would have 4 children. He continued his education by studying for his doctorate at Boston College, and in 1954 he became the pastor of a Baptist church in Montgomery, Alabama. In 1955, he received his PhD when he was only 25 years old. In December of 1955, Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on the bus to a white man, for which she was arrested and spent the night in jail. Martin Luther King and other civil rights leaders organized a boycott of the bus system. This meant that the people who wanted things to change would stop riding the bus. The Montgomery bus boycott lasted over a year, and so many people refused to ride the buses that the bus companies lost a lot of money. In December of 1956, the Supreme Court ruled that segregated buses were unconstitutional. This was a major victory for the civil rights movement, and it proved that peaceful methods could create change. However, many people were upset by the changes that were happening, and Martin Luther King was nationally recognized after his part in the bus boycott. Between 1957 and 1968, King worked tirelessly to promote civil rights. He traveled all over, giving thousands of speeches, writing 5 books and many articles. His hard work and speaking ability earned him respect and a personal meeting with President John F. Kennedy. Of all his speeches, his most memorable was the I Have a Dream speech, delivered on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial in 1963 to a listening crowd of 250,000 people.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream
today. That year, Martin Luther King was named Time magazine's Man of the Year, and in 1964 he received the Nobel Peace Prize. Around the same time, partially as a result of his efforts, Congress passed the Civil Rights Act, which made segregation and discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin illegal. King gave his final speech on April 3, 1968.
And I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.
The next day, while he was standing on his hotel balcony, Martin Luther King Jr. was shot and killed. He was 39 years old. In 1983, President Ronald Reagan signed a bill creating a national holiday to remember King's life and accomplishments. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is celebrated on the third Monday every January in honor of the man whose dream of peace and equality helped change a nation. I hope you enjoyed learning about Martin Luther King Jr. today. Goodbye till next time.
Today, we are going to hear about a special man who had a dream. It's Martin Luther King. We have a day off from school, but who is Martin Luther King? He is the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. That's his full name. Here's a picture of him as a child. In this picture, he's about 10 years old, and you can see all the other members of his family. There's his father, his grandmother, and his mother. You can also see his brother Alfred and his sister Christine. Once there was a gentleman who talked about a promised land. He reached out and took the troubles of the people in his strong black hands. He had a dream that everybody ought to hear the bells of freedom ring. Now the people shout and sing about the dream of Martin Luther King. Sing about the dream of Martin Luther King. Oh, the dream of Martin Luther King. Oh, the dream of Martin Luther King. Sing about the dream of Martin Luther King. In his dream, he saw the people of this land walking side by side. White man, black man, every woman and man, loving one another with pride. Now he's gone away before the day his dream became a real thing. Still the people shout and sing about the dream of Martin Luther King. Sing about the dream of Martin Luther King. Oh, the dream and he found a faith and belief. He preached that violence was wrong. He knew the fight would be long. He talked about a new day. He walked a dangerous way. He knew the life of a slum. He sang, "We shall overcome." Oh, the dream of Martin Luther King. Oh, the dream of Martin Luther King. Sing about the dream of Martin Luther King. Sing about the dream of Martin Luther King. Awesome. Martin Luther King taught people to be more loving and more caring and more peaceful. And it's important to recognize that on the day off, on his birthday. All right. Next, I want to talk to you about claves. Now, in the video last week, you saw Mrs. Fraser playing claves, these cool rhythm sticks. So I have a special video to teach you a little more about claves.
These wonderful instruments are known collectively as claves. And what they are two pieces of very resonant hardwood that is used to give timing and color and placement of the music. These are actually made from some kind of rosewood that come from Cuba. How you play the clave and how you hold the clave is of the greatest importance. You have to make like what is called a resonant chamber to hold the receiving stick, the one that sits in your hand. If you can see from the other side, the clave sits here, and there's a little room in my hand that helps to project the sound. Here is the note with the chamber, and here is the note with no chamber. Now, this set of clave has an open hole on both ends. Wow, both ends, which will give you a louder sound. So listen to it played in a proper fashion. Now, if I mute or close one of the holes and hold it towards my body, you notice it has less and less sound. But played in its proper form, it is played out like this. Okay, I want to show you another set of clave that are about 60 or 70 years old. That was given to me by an old friend. Same principle. You make a resonant chamber with your hand and you hold it where you don't hit your fingers. Make sure you don't hit your fingers, guys. So, and as you see, the instruments are a lot lighter in sound. I actually like these better. Yep. I know this instrument, it looks really easy, and it is, but the placement of where you put it in music is very important. And this is how you play the claves.
All right, we're pretty much done, but I have one more thing. I have a great book to share with you called Thank You World. This book is all about the things that are in this world that we can be thankful for. Things in this world that are just there for us to enjoy and love. Think of this as like the bare necessities. What are your bare necessities? This book is full of them. The bare necessities that make our world such a wonderful place. Enjoy. Thank you, world. Thank You World by Alice B. McGinty, illustrated by Wendy Anderson Halperin. Listen to this book about the bare necessities. Thank you, sun, for waking up the morning and coloring the sky. The sun is a bare necessity. We can enjoy it. We love it. We love when it's shining, and it's just there for us. Thank you, sky, for shining blue that calls me to touch you, swinging high. The sky is a bare necessity. We just have it there for us to enjoy. Thank you, swing. You shoot me like a rocket, past birds and grass and trees. A swing is a bare necessity. We can go to a playground and swing. Some of us even have swings in our backyard. Thank you, grass, for softening my footsteps. I'm dancing with the breeze. The grass, a bare necessity. Thank you, breeze, for lifting up my kite wings past treetops, tall and proud. A soft, gentle breeze, that's a bare necessity. I love hearing the wind rustling the leaves. Thank you, trees. Your branches are my playhouse. I'm climbing up to the clouds. Trees, that's a bare necessity. Thank you, clouds, for painting cotton pictures and sending cool, sweet rain. Clouds in the sky, big fluffy clouds. Have you ever looked at clouds and tried to figure out what pictures they were making? You know, a cloud that looks like an elephant or a cloud that looks like a circus tent. Clouds, a bare necessity. Thank you, rain, for watering my flowers and washing my window pane. Rain, a bare necessity. Thank you, window. You welcome in the moonlight that yawns from starry skies. The night sky, the stars, all of these are bare necessities, and they make our world beautiful. Thank you, stars, for sparkling so brightly. You shine like mommy's eyes. You shine like daddy's eyes. You shine like an adult's eyes, an adult who loves me. We are surrounded by people who love us. Thank you for tucking me in and kissing me goodnight. Is there an adult in your house that tucks you in at night? Is there an adult that says goodnight to you and gives you a goodnight kiss? That adult loves you, and that's a bare necessity. Thank you, nighttime. Your soft gray shadows will touch my dreams tonight. Nighttime, sleepy time, bare necessities. Thank you, world. And you know, this goes right back to our song, What a Wonderful World. What a wonderful world. All right, bye everyone. It was great doing music with you this week. Have an excellent week. I'll see you next week, okay? Silent thank you. Bye.